So what's up, y'all? Samar here with another conversation. With another conversation. We can call this a Secure Future Podcast, Better Yourself Podcast. But what we like to do is, we like to interview people who are in our ecosystem, interview entrepreneurs, business professionals, in this space, that we come across, that either come to our live events or that we meet online and just hear their stories and, how they're securing their future, so we have a special guest today. So I guess let's just start. I want to start by saying this. Social media is very powerful because we met our special guest today through social media. And, just by making a post, hey, we're looking to interview, wanted to interview traders this time around. Last week we interviewed a pharmaceutical rep, that's very big, that's making a lot of money in his space. And, they were breaking down a lot of different things in that space. And, we said we wanted to interview somebody who was in the trading space, crypto space. And, this is how our special guest was mentioned today. So I guess what we can do is, we can just introduce yourself and tell the people, what you do and kind of how you bring value.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you for inviting me and having me. My name is Bianca, and I'm a Forex trader. And I have my own company that's educational, where it teaches you how to trade from A to Z with strategy. So you have secure strategies with secure profiting, management account, and so forth. My company is called Venus Vanguard Capital. It's a baby still because it's fairly new. We launched in June, and yeah, I'm a day trader.
That's dope. So what got you into that space? What got you into the trading space? What got you into?
Yeah. Out of a personal situation, I've been working with kids for almost 20 years, and I've been a single mom for most of my mom years. And I was tired of being in a hamster wheel working for people because it's time consuming and it just takes away all the time and of the things that you want to do. And in my case, spending time with my kids, I want to be present. I want to be a stay-at-home mom, but I want to make my own money.
Right.
So that's how I got into, what can I do? What's out there? And I'm not the type of person who just wants to put on clothes and post pictures and get paid for that. Like, I love it. I get inspired by other girls doing it as far as going shopping, but it's just not for me. I was always like, I need to use my mind. And I just kind of got into the trading space and I got intrigued by it. So I was literally on a mission. And I signed up with different platforms, learned a lot about different financial markets, the binary market, cryptocurrency market, and so forth, and happened to fall in love with specifically the Forex market. And when I found that, I then was looking for people who are willing to teach their expertise, which on YouTube and things like this, you find people talking about it, sharing bits and pieces. But it was very difficult to find someone who's passionate about actually giving the knowledge to a team. But then I found those people and they were so good at it. I went through their courses and, long story short, partnered up with them, built the company. That's how Venus Vanguard Capital was created, because I wasn't just going to sit on the knowledge. And I mean, I can just sit here, trade, and you will never hear about me. You will never see me. And I'm just caking. But the mother in me and the teacher in me was like, other people need this. Like, other people really need this. It's such a game changer to be able to make $200, $500 in an hour. You know what I mean? And I have a lot of people messaging me who going through stuff, and that's something that can help them change their lives. And therefore I was like, here we go. Like, if I can do it, you can do it. Let's do it.
No, that's dope. And what's funny is that, and you said your mother, you have children, single mom. And the beautiful thing is, like, I was raised by a single mom. My story really quick is, my mom had me at 14 years old. And my dad was 16 at the time. He's no longer here, but at 21, my mom decided to she made a decision similar to yours. When she was 21, she saw somebody, her mentor at the time, talk about changing environments, her mentor, selling her house. And the realtor made a $40,000 check. And at that moment, my mom was making $40,000 a year, and she quit her job and she became a real estate agent. And, 20 plus years later, it's been beautiful because she was able to see something that she was able to be in an environment where she was able to see something that changed her perspective, and then from there she made a decision to be better.
Yeah.
And then
and went with it.
Right. And that decision has sparked the success or the significance of a lot of things in not only her life, but in my life and the people around us.
Yeah.
So I commend that. I definitely commend that. I have a soft spot for, mothers who are raising their children.
To be fair, it's not spoken about. It's more of a taboo than anything else, because people are like, oh, well, it's almost like having a bad chip on your shoulder because you're a single parent, specifically a Black single mother of Black boys. I have an 11-year-old son and I have a 1-year-old daughter. And both stories ended up the same, where I'm doing it by myself. But something clicked when she saw that, which is so dope, because a lot of people don't know how to grab an opportunity or read the universe when it's showing you something. So that's dope that your mom had that awareness and was able to just run with it. That's how I feel about trading. Like, I'm just running with it, but I'm also trying to let other people know it's there, because her and me are not the only one. It's crazy. There's more in our case, Black boys raised by single mothers than not. So being a strong, powerful woman who's also sharing that, is just, I had to.
100%. It's crazy out here. So I guess this next question is, before you saw the foreign exchange market, what was your life like before foreign exchange, before this business per se, and how did you even get to this moment?
So that goes a little bit deeper into my personal life. So I was born and raised in Germany.
Oh, wow. Congrats.
And really?
I believe in changing the environment. So I've been to a lot of countries. I've been blessed to be in a lot of countries, been to a lot of places. So never Germany, but if people are from different places and experience different places, man, congrats. Because a lot of people don't get that opportunity. So
I was born there. I had no choice. My mom is German. My dad is from Ghana in West Africa. And I was born and raised in Berlin, Germany. And at the age of 21, I packed my bags and moved to New York. By myself, my English was fairly broken. But I just always wanted more for my life. I learned early childhood education. So I've been working with kids for most of my life. I worked at a private international school back in Berlin, and I just was traveling back and forth to New York, and I just fell in love and I stayed there. When I moved to New York, I was 21. Like, I had no clue about laws and stuff like this, green card. I had no idea. I just was like, oh, I can do this. And I did. But long story short, I ended up still working with children. And because I was illegal at the time, I was like, what can I do? And then got into nannying. So I was working with German families, and I was a German-speaking nanny in the New York society for almost 10 years. And I loved it. Like, I just love being around kids. I always did. So it's something very natural to me. And then where'd you go?
I'm here. Don't mind me. When don't mind that. I'm here.
I moved to Dubai for 2 years, and then I came back about a year ago. And when I came back a year ago is when I was like, okay. And I was in there. I lived off of my savings and stuff like this. And I was I knew that I was done working with children, because I'm at the age where I was like, okay, if you want to have another child, like, you can't really pour it that way. And it's not fair to pour into kids if you don't have 100%. And so I was like, I need to do something else. And I wanted something that I'm as passionate about, that's as natural to me. And my thing was, I need to be able to have freedom of location. I need to be able to work for myself, and I need to be able to spend the time with the people that I love the most as much as I want to. And I need to use my brain with it. What can you do? And that led me into the financial markets, into investing, into trading, and into money, making more money. Because I'm like, other people do it. How do they do it? And when I see like there's a question, then I have to go and find out, because there's always a solution to a problem. That was my problem. And the solution was trading.
No, that's good. I remember when I first got into trading. I got into trading in 2017. I first found out what Bitcoin was in 2015. I watched this movie called Dope. I saw that movie, but great movie to watch. And it was amazing to see how like a digital currency can be accessed and you can move it around whenever you want. And I think the rebellious side of me, was
I can relate.
yeah, was intrigued by that, and so I got into trading actually in 2017, and I've been in the industry ever since. As an active
Wow.
trader, as a non-active trader, as an investor, as somebody who's
Yeah.
raised funds, and I
Yeah.
think everybody, even if you don't, stick with it long term, everybody should at least get exposed to the foreign exchange markets because it is the largest market in the world when it comes to
Yeah.
liquidity and moving money in and out of the market. And so it's a skill set that if you learn it, like you have it forever.
I agree. And that's my thing. I think it's just so brilliant. And it sucks almost that there isn't enough proper educational services. That's why I built Venus Vanguard Capital because I was looking for it and I had to create it in order for me to have it. And this is why I'm sharing it because, like you said, that skill set you have forever. Anyone should have it. I think kids out of high school should learn that. So there is no college debt by the time you're done with it. For instance, you know what I mean? Because I show my son how to trade. It's something that you can do manually, or you can set up strategies where it does it, limit orders and stuff like that. But I think everybody should know how to do that because how much do we have? 6.6 trillion transactions a day? It will never stop. So you can benefit and profit from that, even if you just do it an hour or two.
So how long trading for? And when did you kind of get good at trading? If you are, or are you still on becoming profitable or profitable trader?
I'm profitable, but I learned very quickly. That's also because the two top traders at Venus Vanguard Capital are also behind the strategies that I have learned. And those are the same people who are teaching alongside with me. And the way they created these strategies for in particular, they're so simple and secured because we don't high risk trade that immediately I was profitable. And I started trading less than a year ago.
Wow, less than a year ago.
Yes.
Yeah, it usually takes them a couple years to get profitable. I mean, but if you have a strategy that you
But
focus,
that's the key. The key is to have someone who knows exactly what they're doing to teach you properly. Because I used to like up at 3 a.m. to trade with them. I did probably 3 sessions at the most before I started live trading and making profit. So
wow,
our course is 8 sessions in total. After the 3rd session, I made my money. And the students that we have now, they make money before they finish the course.
that's dope. How many students do you have in your in Venus Capital? You said Venus Capital, right?
Venus Vanguard.
Vanguard Capital.
Yes. So we don't take students all the time because we are limited in our time. Obviously, you make more money trading than teaching. So we usually only take 5 students per group course because we have the live sessions and each live session is about 2 hours long. You share your screen, we share our screen, we trade together. We really show you how to do it, how we trade. So it's time consuming and quality over quantity. If this is not a mass production, this is really for people who want to learn that and are passionate about it and we put our time behind it. So we only take 5 people per group session cycle. And we don't take new students until we finished with everyone successfully on their way trading. And then we also offer one-on-one sessions where you can choose. Half of our students that want to learn with us actually sign up for one-on-one sessions and the other half to the group sessions. The value of what you learn is the same. However, in the one-on-one sessions, it's more based on your schedule. You don't have to share it with anyone else or whatever. So if you're very, very busy, that works out for you that way. We actually have another cycle coming up for November classes, and that probably be the last teaching round for this year.
Do you have specific when it comes to trading? Do you guys have a specific time frame or time of the day or day of the week that you advise traders to trade?
Depending on where you're from. So our platform, as you know, trading is international, and not all of our students are US based. I personally trade only between 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. and in between that time and put together maybe 2 hours. That's enough for me. I also, I have my daily goals. If I reach them, I'm done trading. I'm not like greed is something we teach about. We don't do that. That's why our trades are secure, so much better and profitable. There's not so much high risk in it. And yeah, it depends. I noticed that, for instance, like trading the yen in any pair, it's great when you're up in the evening at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock American Eastern Time, trading in the Japanese market is great, for instance. You just have to know that we obviously talk about that. I have my favorite pairs and stuff. So I will share that with you, of course. And yeah, depends on where you are.
Is it easier trading if you're in the US, or is it easy? Because I heard you say something about waking up at 3 a.m. Is that because of when you were trading maybe a specific time frame you had to be up at
That's
the time?
that's because I was training on the UK market. So they're 5 hours ahead for me, and their market opens obviously before the New York US market opens. And I was trading on their time at that time when I'm training, because the my partners who are behind us brilliance, they are from London and they are in London. And yeah, that's why.
That's dope. Hey, because I know a lot of times when people are trading, that waking up at 1, 2, 3, 4 a.m. could be a burden. So a lot of people go into the 7 to 9 kind of
Yeah,
range.
you don't have to do that because you have different markets and you can trade different markets. Like I said, the Japanese yen with the euro pair, US and the GBP pair is great for us in the evening time. So I can have a full-time job because I'm a full-time mother. My kids are home and home. My son is homeschooled, so they're with me constantly. The door keeps opening. Yeah, I'm just saying, like they're going in and out. But if you do that and you find your your favorite pairs, because I think every trader has their favorites.
Right.
Then in the you can do that. The market is literally accessible to you whenever you feel like it. You just have to figure it out. What works for you. Time wise, you can do it whenever.
And are you, when you're trading, are you to, you just said that your kids are, your sons are they home, they from home. So are you able to trade from anywhere across the world? Do you need to be on a computer all day? Like, how does that work? So the person that is looking to get into trading.
We have different strategies. One of my favorite strategies that we teach, a scalping strategy, which is quick, and I love that because literally I can put in 6 to 12 trades within the hour and I'm done. But we also have other strategies, and then that you can set up. Like if I know that like for instance, I was just in Mexico for 2 weeks with my kids because my son is in a private homeschool and light classes. I can go wherever, and I set it up that way on purpose so I can do whatever I want with them and go wherever, and show them the world. But we also have a strategy that I set up, and it kicks in at limit orders. So there's multiple trades that are set up throughout the strategy. And when it hits those numbers, whether your computer is on or not, it will do the work for you. And so we have strategies for people who want to sit there for an hour or two. You can do it for however long you want to. And also for people who have full-time jobs or just need to set it up and let it be. And at the end of the day, I'll go check my profits and losses.
That's amazing. That's amazing to be able to travel and trade.
Yeah.
Trade and travel, really.
Yes, absolutely.
How important
Trade, travel, teaching.
As a mother, your 2 sons or 2 kids, how is it important, how important to have this type of freedom, when you're moving about in your life, and what do you have to say for maybe other people out there who have other responsibilities, who may want to get into trading, but they may not feel like they have enough time or enough energy, or
Yeah,
you don't even think it's real.
I know, right? That's crazy. But for us full-time parents, I really don't like the word single parent, but like for full-time parents, I'm with my kids 24/7, literally. And again, I have an 11-year-old and a 1-year-old. So having a little one is the most time consuming out of it all. An 11-year-old boy is always hungry too. I spent, like I said, our course is 8 sessions and it's 2 hours each. So sometimes a little bit longer. It depends on you. You can get extra, like I will say between 16 and 20 hours is the entire course of teaching, which I spend more time teaching than trading. Because I want to make sure you get it. Like I want you to be successful and profitable like me. But it's very little time that I actually spent in learning it. And I spent very little time in doing my trades. I don't sit there and I don't do the $30,000 a day trades now. I do the like 1 to 2 or maybe like 10K a week, like that comfortably without stress, because that's not what I want. That's not the point, right? But as far as it being time consuming, it's the least amount of effort I put into something that gives me the most amount of profit ever in my life. And that's just, I don't know. I wish I'd started earlier.
What for somebody out there looking to like get into whatever, not whatever that's jump, but get into the trading and how you're doing it.
Yeah.
What is the most money that, somebody can make, in the trading space? And what's the most amount of money you've maybe made in one trade? You don't have to give numbers, but you can give figures if you want to. You can give a number if you want to.
Yeah. I've had close to 6,000 in
one trade.
In one trade.
Wow.
But yeah, it depends like how big your account is. Size does matter, right? But also you can use prop, you can do that too. You can trade on different platforms at the same time. I do it too. So the thing about the Forex market, like I said, is 6.6 trillion transactions a day. It's kind of limitless. It's based on your comfortability and what you want, what your goals are. I think goal setting is very important because you need to have healthy trading habits, not revenge trading or greed trading. Like the psychology behind it is important. We do speak about it in our course. It's very important for you just not to have bad habits. But I've made more money than I've ever made in my entire life, and I've lived good than ever working for anyone else.
So I'm googling, and that's good. So $6,000 is amazing. So I'm literally on Google right now. I'm just googling what's the most amount of money somebody can make trading Forex.
It's limitless,
and it says the amount of money somebody can make trading Forex is theoretically limitless, but it is unlikely to make millions quickly. The amount a trader can make depends on the number of factors, including account size, risk management, commission, spread, strategy, and trading volume.
Exactly. Exactly what I said.
Right. And it says here, if you have the right skills, you can turn $100 into $1 million in a few months. If you don't have the right trading skills, you can turn $10,000 into $100 in just a week. So the important thing is having a very good trading, skill set.
That's the key. That's the whole issue that every other platform, everyone and people ask all the time, like, oh, like, do you teach for free? No. Like my son's teacher don't teach for free. I'm not teaching for free. The company doesn't teach for free. Everybody needs to, there's a structure in place and taxes and stuff like that. So it's just to find that know what they're doing and taking the time out to teach you what they're doing. Is like I said, I can just sit here. You will never hear about me. You will never know this. You don't have access to this information, and I can do my $100 into 1 million in a few months, and you would never know. But this is how a lot of people miss the train of also having success and financial freedom and create that, generational wealth if you want, because you perish lack of knowledge. You don't know if no one talks about it. And by me being a mom and being a teacher all my life, it was so important for me to share it. I'm talking about it and I'm sharing it because people need to have access to it. So you being on YouTube and stuff like that is all cool and well. Like you can see how it works and you can see people be successful, but they don't actually sit there and teach you. I do. We do. And having strategies key to everything. And your strategies, you should always be able to pull back and prove it. Because in Forex market, it's numbers add up. They will always add. There's no emotion or anything behind it. It just always will make sense. And all you need to have is proper strategies. And if you follow the blueprint, there's no blowing accounts on that sort. It just doesn't. So a trader who trades on luck or gambles or whatever, that's not really trading. Like having the right strategies is the key to everything. And then I have smooth sailing with, I have my confidence and my trust in the strategies that I have. I can prove them back in the market every single time. Unless there's a huge market crash, which is very unlikely. It doesn't happen all the time. It's not often, maybe twice or whatever. Your strategy is supposed to always work out.
Right, 100%. But even if there is a market crash with trading Forex, or trading in general, you can make money on both sides of the market, right? When the market goes up and when the market goes down, correct?
You make money either way, buying or selling. You just have to read the market and move it as you see the analytics of the market. It's less complicated than what it sounds, that's for sure.
No, 100%, 100%. And You said that, when you teach, people are paying you to teach to get your specific strategy.
Yeah, the course. Yeah.
What do you say to, I'm sure there's platforms out there where, you can learn for free, or you can go on YouTube and kind of learn the basics for free and learn some strategies for free. What do you say is the difference between somebody, paying for information and getting a specific strategy or specific knowledge when it comes to the trading space, or really any space, and then, or, kind of learning for free?
I don't think you can learn this for free. And everyone who learns on YouTube and they message me and be like, "Oh, I want to learn how you trade or whatever." And I always ask them, like, do you have any experience on it? And then I'll be like, "Yeah, I did some YouTube videos, da, 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 but my strategies don't work out." My point exactly. And they won't, because no one is going to sit there and work really hard on what they just not going to, because at the end of the day, they make more money just doing their thing. It just doesn't exist. You either find, it's like finding a good school for your children. The education in a private school is a lot better than the education in a public school. That's factual. I don't care if you live on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. The private schools are still going to be better than the public schools. Okay? So you pay for the value that you're getting. And to be fair, the value that we're putting out there is a lot more worth than what you're investing into it. And again, you're investing into it. You're investing into your knowledge. You're investing into a skill that you learn that you will have forever, ever. You can do this your life while you use the money invested in other things. Now you can do property investments, all kinds of things with that. That's something that will last forever. And something that was very dear to me also was not to create a subscription platform. Because a lot of these times, I get this 100 times a day. There are people who pay subscription for some Telegram trading alert system. And like that, I'm sorry, that shit don't work. Like, it just, everyone comes to me, I only make $10. Like, I never made less than, like, I never just made $10 in trading from the very beginning. I actually just posted, one of our students sent me a screenshot of his trading this morning. And I looked at it, and it was so casually like 500, 300, 200, like, and he hasn't even finished the course. And that was not a demo account, it's actual life trading. And he's had trading experience from before, but he wasn't taught properly. That's the point. Like, me being who I am, teaching it is the key to it. And a lot of people can't self-learn that. You need someone to guide you properly through how that works, that had been there, done that, and made mistakes and figured it out. That's why I have my partners in the company who are behind the strategies, who are doing most of the teaching. I'm in all the sessions, but who are behind everything and doing this. They've been doing this for over a decade, and that's why it's so good.
No, that's dope. And you said something, and what you said was the fact that you can learn for free or you can pay. And I believe these three principles. I believe a principle. I believe you can get into any room, three ways. There's three ways to get into any room in the world. You can pay your way, you can earn your way, you can serve your way. Serving your way is the lowest entry barrier. When you serve, you do get shortcuts, but it's of service, right? It's the easiest way to get into any room. Serve somebody, something, and be a part of somebody else's vision, right? You can earn your way. A lot of times earning your way is a little harder because there's always like more levels to earn, and higher rooms to get into, and it just takes time to earn your way, to get your credentials, get some credibility. But paying your way is like, you can never pay your way into you can never 100% pay your way, but when you do pay, you pay attention. And I realized that when people pay, they pay attention more. But then also, when you pay somebody for their service, it's putting not only the responsibility on you, it's putting the responsibility on the thing that you paid for, the person that you paid for that service, for them to come through. And the more you pay, the more more likely both parties will take it serious, and it gets you into another room, because it's like, oh, this person is willing to make an investment to get this knowledge. And I do think that you can learn things for free to a certain extent, but yes, when you want to get into higher levels, you do need to find some type of way to either pay, serve, or earn your way into these rooms. And then networking too as well. because you
Yeah.
become a part of, certain in a higher level of network when somebody knows that you're willing to put some skin in the game in order to
Yeah.
play in the game.
I believe totally that you also, like you mentioned earlier with your mom, she had a mentor. You need someone to mentor you along the way. And like I said earlier, I was in these platforms with subscriptions, and there's nothing wrong with it, but the value I was getting wasn't that. They were getting paid, and I wasn't making money with what I was giving. So it didn't make sense to me. And at the end of the day, what I spent on just being part of a platform and then a subscription all together for a whole year cost me more than our group course, which you are completed within a 4 full week. If you take a little bit longer or miss a session or whatever, we give you makeup 6 weeks and you're done. And 100% of the students start making money while they're in their course sessions, not after. And what we also do that's different is we put WhatsApp group as you're a member of our community. That's also forever, and you don't have to pay subscription to be a member in our community forever. You just are, because you're part of it. And if you need help with something, let's refresh it. Or you have a question, ask me. Like, you know what I mean? You don't have to pay me 6 months down the road so you can ask me a question. Like I'm there. You know what I mean? And again, that might be the mother in me, but this is just how it is for me. And I just think that we need to be authentic and genuine, and knowledge is something that you should be sharing.
That's dope. So let me ask you this question: Has your knowledge in been partaking in the foreign exchange space? Has that helped your knowledge with the cryptocurrency side of things as well? Because I'm sure when you are trading and you want to withdraw money, you have to withdraw it in crypto and Bitcoin or whatever coin you want to.
I learned more about the cryptocurrency markets at first. And I learned about the binary market, option market, like option trading, cryptocurrency before I learned about Forex. From the very beginning, I was like, I want Forex trading. But the platform that I was originally with wasn't very helpful with the Forex market. So I got into crypto right away and more, which crypto is great in the bull run, which happens every 4 years only. I'm not into future trading. I tried it, wasn't really my thing. But I do have some investments in spot trading in the crypto sphere. So yeah, I believe my account swapping with Sway specifically is via Coinbase.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I mean, if you definitely are, you'll have some knowledge in cryptocurrency. I believe in crypto.
I do. Crypto's great. You can buy stuff with it. You can pay rent in Bitcoin. Like it works. It's a thing. It's gonna come. But my generation is a little bit like in between.
What's your generation?
Like I'm an 80s baby.
Wait, how young are you? What's your age?
I'm a few weeks shy from being 38.
Oh, you're a baby.
Yeah, well, but what I'm saying is like I still grew up in the era where before cell phones.
Yeah.
And that kind of
You're millennial. You're millennial, right?
I guess.
You are. Yeah, I'm a millennial.
But I remember the first cell phone coming out. But the point that I was at, a lot of like some people that are a little bit older than me, like crypto for them is like nonsense.
100%.
And I'm right there at the cusp, I think. And I think it's brilliant. And I take advantage of that. I think it's just, I was just saying that the other day, like, wow, I met you on Threads. How crazy it is. Like I see my daughter as a 1-year-old. All she does is swipe. And she grows up with AI technology where all you got to do is say something and they give you a whole essay. Versus us learning how to write stuff and handwriting and do everything. I used to write 10 pages and essays and stuff like this with my head. You kind of have to go with the future or you're going to be left behind. And cryptocurrency is one of those things that is part of the future. So if you don't learn about it right now in the present, you're going to be left behind. And yeah, I think crypto is exciting. I enjoy it also, but I don't like future trading as of right now. But only because I have found my love with Forex, and the strategies that I have are so good that there's no need for anything else. And the money that I make, I can spot trade in crypto.
So there's a stat out there that says that 95% of people who trade foreign exchange lose money. 3% or 4% of traders break even, and only about 1% traders are profitable. What do you have to say about that stat, and what are your thoughts on that?
That is facts. And we talk about that, of course, too, because we do talk about the psychology behind it. And the reason for that being is, again, you don't have proper strategies. You do revenge trading. So, which means you have your emotions in this. This is not an emotional skill. Okay. It's literally see it for what it is. 1 + 1 = 2, and do what you need to be doing. And that's it. Right. But people put their emotions. I don't sit there and watch my trades move up and down. I don't do that. I put in my strategy knowing damn well that the market has to, if the market goes up, the market has to come down. That's just, this is the law. That's just the way it is. And so when people revenge trade or sit there and have the emotions behind it, or do not have strategies that are actual strategies, meaning they have been proven over time and time and time again and over years, then you will not be that 1%. And you're not supposed to be trading, staking more than 1% of your account. Okay. So when you do high risk trades and you missing all of these opponents, or you have those attitudes alongside your trading, then you will not be one of those 1%. This is why I said one of the first things we do in our course is goal setting, which means I'm going to ask you, what's your overhead cost? You tell me my overhead cost is $5,000 a month. Let's say your apartment, your car, 5,000. Then we break that down into weekly, which is $1,250. And then on a daily basis, you need to make $250 on a daily basis during the market hours, Monday to Friday, in order for you to reach that goal. Once $250 a day is either 10 trades times $25. If you break it down, it's so easy. Or, you do 5 trades at $50 also. Like, it's not a lot and easily attainable. And then once you reach your goal, you scale. You maintain that, because one thing that doesn't change is the strategy. So it remains the same, and you get the hang of it. You know what pairs are what time, and you reach your goals and you scale from there. Then after a month or two, you make 500 a day instead of 250. After another month or two, you make 1,000 a day instead of 500. You scale, you system. It's a system. Your strategies are your system. It continues. And if you just follow the blueprint, there are no emotions. There's no revenge trading. You won't be losing crazy. You have stop losses. You won't be losing crazy. So that is factual. And that's exactly why a place like Venus Vanguard Capital, where you have proper teaching, guidance, and mentoring throughout however long, is necessary, because all the 99% of trading goes down the drain, or is frustrating because people get greedy. That's number one. And they have also the wrong mindset. You cannot get rich overnight and make $1 million. Like, it just doesn't work like this. You have to learn it. You have to earn it in trading as well.
Well, there you go. So listen, I just want to say, I've learned a lot, about you. Let me ask you this question. So trading wise, and this is before we wrap it up.
Yeah.
So you've been able to travel the world, and only you in cryptocurrency has been your form of payment. Like, you've been able to live off of the crypto that you're making. Is that
no? If you crypto in the bull run, which we are in the bull run right now,
I mean, like trading, like when you're trading. Like, when you're trading and you're making profits, you're able to go different places in the world, because
that's my income. My trading money is my income. Like I said, I was just in Mexico. I had a really good week. That first week I was there, beautiful villa. I made like almost 10. What was it? Like 10, 11. I've actually posted K in that week. I withdraw some of it, and I pay, and I live my life.
So you can live off of trading.
I do live off of trading.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. That's dope.
I do live off trading, and I do live wherever I want. I can. I have kids, so stability is important. But like traveling also, like I said, I'm not from America, so I have to go places.
What do you think about the government regulations when it comes?
I hate it.
Okay.
I hate it. It's so dumb. I just don't get it. And only in America. Like, why are we doing this? That's why I use sway markets. Because it's the only way. Sway is in trading in the US.
Sway, shout out Sway. Sway does have the answers. But my last question is this: when you raise, secure your future, What does that necessarily mean to you?
Secure your future. For me, securing your future is building something that leaves a legacy behind for those that come after you. And for me, creating this or being able to create wealth and being able to invest where my children have something to hold on to and build from there is very important to me. I didn't have that. And so everything starts with me. And I had to break out the cycle of, being in society and the expectations and the chip on your shoulder when you are a single mom and stuff like that. And having to, work for people you don't get out from under there, really. It's the only way. And securing your future, you have to believe in yourself, take the risk and a few steps towards, independence. And if you do that, trading can make anyone an entrepreneur, anyone. Because you no longer work for anybody, but you're taking advantage of everyone using money and all over the world purchasing things. Everyone actually is a trader. You trade your money for food. You trade your money for clothes. You trade your money for... Everyone is a trader. I'm just using strategies to also make money off everyone trading other things when they do that.
Wow. No, that's dope. I just want to say thank you for, allowing me to, have this conversation, allowing us to have this conversation. It's a beautiful conversation. I love, hearing the insights that you have about trading, about your family, about your story. And, the best is yet to come. And I just want to say, man, shout out to Threads. Without Threads.
I know, right?
Shout out to Threads, y'all. Use Threads and, we'll definitely, obviously stay in touch and congrats on everything.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. I love the conversation. It was good. Loved it.
Always.
Wow, wow, wow.